Hello everybody, my name is September and I'm checking in from the PTS server, and this video is going to be about divine and celestial no break charms and how awesome they are if you can make them. First of all, let's get into it. There's a couple things that you're going to need to make these wonderful charms, and I have some made to quickly show you what they're about. Okay, so a divine weapon anchoring shard and a divine armor anchoring shard. With these shards, you can make the no break gems, or now they're called anchoring gems. And to do so, you need a couple things. First of all, I'm going to pop over to another account. Okay, so here we are, and the first thing that you're going to need to actually generate these anchoring shards is the specific salvaging. It's kind of like an even stone, like one of these, except for when you salvage a inferium or a delphinaut item, it actually, instead of giving you the wisp, it actually gives you the divine or celestial anchoring shards. So what you need to do is you need to gather up some essences, like moonlight will generate the armor, the sunlight will generate the weapon, and the starlight will generate the accessory salvaging piece. And to make them, you need to be at an IGN Workbench. And if you don't know where those are, they're usually in every main city, but you can always go to the map. And if you go under your infrastructure, you can toggle, look here in the middle here. When you toggle, you'll see that the little icon pops up. That tells you that the bench is right there. Okay, so open that up, and then if you go down to the bottom, there's the lone sun, lone moon, and lone star, and each one of these respectively crafts their specific accessory, weapon, or armor. Salvaging stone, I guess that's what I'm going to call it, but it's a specific even stone. So I'm going to go ahead and make some of those. Okay, so let's put some notes to that. First of all, they take 10 base labor to craft. You need 50,000 alchemy skill, and they're 10 labor each, but if you have 50,000, you're going to get a labor reduction like I did, and they come out to only 8 labor each, and the only requirement is to have the actual Archeage essence in your pack to craft. All right, I'm going to send this guy back to the house, and then we'll continue on. Okay, so now that I have some of these handy-dandy salvaging devices, I'm going to go ahead and show you what you need to do to create the shards. It's pretty straightforward. You need to have, if you want the, well, let's take a look at the bench to show you the options here. Okay, so if you go under anchoring supplies, you need to be at a Stonemason Workbench. I have one set up here. You can see you can craft the celestial weapon, celestial armor, or celestial accessory, and then you can additionally modify those by adding a superior yellow or a superior red charm. What you need to craft each one of these anchoring charms, or the no break charms as everybody knows them as, is 100 of each specific shard, and then you also need 2 honor forged metals and 1 superior red or yellow, or if you don't want to use those, you can leave them out and it'll just make basically a no break charm. The honor forged metals are purchased with believe it or not, honor. So I don't have a lot of honor on this character, but don't worry, I have another character ready. So the Honor Forged medals are 2,000 honor points each, and you need 2 per no break charm. And it doesn't matter if you're doing the ones that have the yellows or the reds with them. It's 2 honor medal or 2 Honor Forged medals per charm. Okay, so let's get back to the house, and I'm going to do some math here to show you, because every Delphinod piece is not created equally. Okay, so in my bag, I've got a full set of Delphinod, pretty much garbage gear, that I'm going to regrade. And again, it can be unique or celestial. Obviously, you're going to, if you don't have anything, you're just going to use the unique version. So I'll go ahead and regrade these up, and then we'll salvage them, and then we'll get a shard to piece ratio, and I'm going to do something interesting with that. So I'm going to fall silent and probably speed this up a little bit because everybody knows how to regrade. So let's go. Okay, now that we've got everything regraded, that wasn't too horrible to get everything to unique. I don't know what the scroll cost was. I'll take a look at that. Or you could pause the video and see how many scrolls I started with. But at any rate, the next thing that you need to do is right-click on the stone and then select the item that you want to salvage. As I mentioned earlier, all pieces are not created equal. The biggest one, which is the chest piece, will, and it doesn't matter if you're using plate, cloth, or leather. I use leather because I happen to have a bunch of wisps for leather on PTS. So, but the chest will always give you 55. Gloves will give you 33. The head will give you 33. Pants will give you 42. Boots will give you 33. Sleeves will give you 21. Belt will give you 21. Okay, so what I ended up with after salvaging all 7 pieces was 238 anchoring shards. Get those guys put away. Now these are, when you salvage the Delphinod, you get the divine armor or divine anchoring shards. When you salvage the Ethereum, you get the celestial. And again, they're going to be the same, 33, 55, and then I think this was 40 something, 43, 42. Okay, so now these are the celestial. That means that I can make the no break charm, attach it to my regrading if the piece is celestial, and the item will not break if it fails. And if you're doing the divines, obviously you use the divine anchoring charms. So we'll go ahead and put those away. Okay, before we get into actually making the final no break or the anchoring charms, I wanted to show you this data. Based off of, this is, let's ignore the ratio right now, but let's look at the shards that you can get per piece. So the headgear gave me 33, chest 55, arms, sleeves, bracers, guards, whatever you want to call them, 21, hands 33, legs 42, feet 33, weapons. Weapons will always give you 55, and accessories will always give you 55. If you're on PTS, you may care about these ratios. What this is this This it's the Whist Count divided by the shards equals the ratio, and in this case the lower ratio, meaning the least amount of wisp it takes to get a shard. If you play PTS, this may be important. So if you're wondering what the best items for Whist Count are in the armor category, it looks like the arms or the legs give you the most shards per wisp cost. Okay, that's going to be highly subjective. A lot of people don't have a lot of scrolls. I don't have a problem with scrolls on PTS, but if you do, then it may be good just to use the chess piece to get the most, because you don't have all the scrolls to continually to regrade stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to take a break, and we're going to pause the video and come back up and show you how the crafting of the anchoring emblems, or as everybody knows them, no break charms, actually works. Okay, so I switched to the character that's got some honor on him. I actually bought 100 of these honor forged medals. Again, PTS, guys, free honor. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need your divine anchoring shards. I got a few of those. You're going to need your honor forged medals. Got some of those. And then you have to decide, do you want to make the 1.5 times or the 2 times, or just the blank ones. So in this case, I am just going to make a few here, and I've got some items that we're going to blow up at the end, or not blow up. Haha. Okay, so then you need to get to your Stonemason Workbench. Any one will do. And if you look here, it gives you your options. Like I said, you can craft them without the 2 X's, or you can craft them with the 1.5 or the 2 timesers. Okay. All right, so I am going to go ahead and let's make a couple of these 1.5 timesers. Then I'll make the rest of these weapons ones with the 2 timesers. And then I'll do the same for the armor. Okay, so where we're at here, so what you need to know is, first of all, the Luna stones, the special salvaging stones, those are tradable. You can use an alt to make them and trade them over, or however you want to do it. The shards are tradable, these anchoring shards. However, the final anchoring charm, or the final no break charm, is not tradable. And that is probably the biggest barrier to making the no break charms, is whoever you make them on, whoever's got the honor forged medals, that's the person that has to do the regrading. And on top of that, you need to have a minimum skill proficiency to make these. For the Celestials, it's 150,000, and for the Divines, 180,000. Except for the accessory, which is, those are the 1.5s. So the Divines, for the, let's rephrase that, because I actually just now noticed that. It's the 1.5s. If you're only using the yellow superior regrades, it's only 150,000. If you're doing the 2 times for either Celestial or Divine, it's 180,000. And my character actually doesn't have 180,000, but he does have the Radiant Dawn's Drop items. Which one is Masonry? Is it the pants? Yes. So the Radiant Dawn's Drop adds 20,000. So I really only had to get this guy to 160,000. And he was able to craft it at any Stonemason Workbench. However, there is an alternate route. If you look under the masonry in your portfolio, there's actually 2 trees for anchoring supplies. The second one does not require any skill level, see? But it requires an improved workbench. Where are the improved workbenches? Not to be confused with the multi-purpose workbench, which was available from the cash shop. The improved workbenches are found in the following places: Crafting, Marianopal, Hell Swamp, Sand Deep, Halcyona, Falcor Plains, Rockborn Basin, Windscour, Savannah. They are located at the community centers. When the community center levels up to, where's the community center here? Yeah. So the one in Villanelle is at Weinbaum, but that is not a crafting one. Those are found in, again, Marianopal, Hell Swamp, Sand Deep, Halcyona, Falcor Plains, Rookborn, and Windscour, Savannah. What you have to do, and it's here in the Tryon World notes, the basic bench appears at rank 2, the grand improved workbench appears at rank 3. So once those community centers in those zones get ranked up to rank 3, the improved workbench appears, and anybody can go there and craft with no skill requirements any of those no-break charms. Again, you need the honor. You need to have those 2 honor forged metals, and then you can craft them up if you have the shards. Okay, and so finally at the end of the video, I promised I would roll some items, so here we go. I've got first item. I actually just bought this off the auction house. I usually make my own stuff, but for this video I decided to go ahead and buy it, and I want some superior charms or luckies. So let's go ahead and get a few of these crafted up. Okay, so I have 1 Celestial and 2 Divine items to roll. You got an Ionad Wave Bone. It's at Celestial. At this point, it could break using traditional means. However, I have 1 of the Celestial no-break weapon charms. That is how it works. If I fail, this item will not break. Let's check it out. Failed. Okay, so I still have my item. I don't have any more of those charms currently, so I'll put that away. And then I have a Delphinod Divine Volcano Bow. And I just so happen to have, let's use a 1.5 on it for the first one. Let's see what happens. It failed, but it did not break. It did not break. I still have the item. So we can try again. Failed again. Okay. This is a Delphinod Sky Katana. And try one more time. No effect. No effect, no joy. Nothing happened, but I didn't lose anything. And I am out of no breaks, but I can make them easy enough. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Questions, comments, please feel free to ask. If you'd like to see any other type of video, just put it in the comments, and if it's something that I can do, I will absolutely do it for you guys. Take care. And before I end the video, I thought I'd just do a quick encore. Made a little 6 more of these little charms. Let's see if we can get one of these weapons to actually go up. So this is the Ionad Wavebone bow at Celestial. Come on, luck. There we go. Now it's available for the Divine regrades. And we've got 4 of those, so let's do the, this is the Divine Volcano Bow. No luck. The Divine Sky Katana. No luck. And let's use these last 2 trying to get this bow to move once again. No luck. And the last shot. No luck. Hey, but we did get 1 movement, and as you can see, I still have all my weapons, so thank you, No Breaks. Thank you, PTS. Thank you, everybody.